My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Shadows of Loathing. Here we are checking out the Hilbert House, I believe is the name of the house. And we are looking for the student that is apparently not in this room. Maybe we're just looking at their equipment. Lots of chemicals equipment, almost all of it ruined. You open the fridge and find it was storing stale air. Gross, just gross. The nightstand does have a telltale stench of arsenic about it. I look in the drawer, oh good! There's nearly a whole jar of arsenic left in Blevins' nightstand. At least, you assume this is Blevins' room and not some other chemical student who's super into arsenic for some reason. That is one of the symbols that we saw in that other room, but I don't think it's one of the symbols in the formulae. I think it's one of the symbols just at the top of the hopper, basically telling you that's arsenic. This is then, I imagine, going to give us the ability to melt the man. Reduce mix. Interesting. Gonna look under the pillow that is slightly askew and finding non-zero amount of meat but a zero amount of teeth. We get 16 meat. This sink is coated in some kind of mildew, which is also very cold for some reason. There's firearms on the desk and ghostly whispers drift out of the radio. You overcome your fear and listen to the whispers. The ghostly voice shares some tips on how to tie your shoes faster. That'd be much appreciated. I didn't learn how to tie my shoes for a decade. Fine motor movements are not my thing. Okay, motor movements are not that. Movements. Oh God. Okay, things aren't mine in general. Let's check this fancy nightstand and see if we can find a new thing to make ours. Whoever lived here was so cavalier about meat that they left a wallet behind when they moved out. Get an old wallet, which I open and find 100 meat. Excellent, I do really need those. This is Blot's Hold. Yeah, absolutely, it's gonna spell something as we put it all up. There's a first aid kit on this desk, but the latch is really complicated. I work it out and get a styptic pencil. A styptic pencil is, these are for when you cut yourself shaving, but it's not like you can avoid the warranty if you use it on something other than a leg or a face or armpit blood. Kills bleeding, and then another rhino bomb. Ghostly whispers still drift out of this radio. I listen in, and they give me another 15 experience for tying my shoes even faster. Eventually I'll be tying my shoes instantaneously if the pattern continues. Looks like gross fishmen have claimed an empty room. The thing is there's bottles behind them, so I think I do need to fight these. Alright, Molly. Shoot him. That's some sleaze damage, I see you. I didn't change my bet yet, did I? No, not at all, of course not. I'm gonna increase my mosticality. My moxie, that is. Now, if I were to take that target out immediately, I'm not sure I'm gonna prevent much of anything, but we are basically on a pattern where it's gonna be difficult now for me to actually lose. Orchestra Strike takes you, and the weapon attack for 24 cold takes the final. You won! This horrible dorm room is again safe for disgusting grads. Undergrads, rather. The grads? Slightly less disgusting. Delicious oyster for 5 sleaze armor, that's very important, and SIT sports drink increases the damage of your Malaya weapons by 5. This revoltingly sour fluid is the product of decades of tireless work by SIT's sweat professors. And William the Turtle grows 1 level stronger. William is going to also have gained basically their fight. Well, actually no, I'm keeping William until I do the rest of this area, right? Yeah, let's do that. Let's abide by that. I thought those bottles were gonna be important. I thought it's possible I was gonna rummage through them and get, you know, another bottle of alcohol. Would have made a bunch of sense, right? This, I don't know what that is. That seems like it's the effect. It seems like an effect rather than something you equip. Also, that's a chef's hat, and I definitely do not have access to that. So, given the fact that I can't put all of the equipment on that they are asking for, I am going to revert to Maurice the Mosquito, as well as the replica class ring. Looks like these vampires probably aren't legitimate students, so I'll just take them out. Sorry friend, you're on campus and I do not recognize you, which is a death sentence. On sight. There goes the Diabolist. Oh, as well as Molly. How dare you hard target her? Rude. Just rude. Okay, so can I take out the backline target? Yes, indeed I can. That would be with a Crush and an Orchestra. Oh, no! The damage got split. Oops. That's fine. This'll work. Go. 16, a Bite Clip, Holo Diovola. And absolutely nothing else for us. Fine. We'll leave. Sided ends, I'll take that poster as well. The pillow on this bed is slightly askew. I look under it for 18 neat. Nightstand's bare, both inside and out. The desk collapsed under the academic pressure, and a label on this armadillo-shaped cabinet reads "Cool Rocks." I see if any of them are actually cool. None of them are cool, but one of them's very scary. I got an item, Eldritch Mist. The world is full of vapors. Most of them are benign and some of them are terrifying. This is the terrifying kind. I got 5 experience as well. Absolute loot factory right there. 4A, of course, is going to be another fight. Looks like a student set up an elaborate robot security system to guard his room while it's away. Didn't really seem to guard the room effectively though, because everything in this room is gone. Oh, they have 7 physical armor. Okay, yeah, these are going to be an issue. Ray gun robot intends to do 12 damage and remove 1 AP from me, so that's definitely a target that I need to take down first. The boxing robot, if I can lower your muscle, will be a very nice turn of events for us also. Call for backup's not going to get me much health, because Morris is not going to do that much damage. Make everyone lose some mysticality. It doesn't seem like mysticality is super their stat. Sacks of Violence doesn't even seem that useful here. I'm gonna go for Jazz Hands, I think. Get a little bit more moxie. Take out the ray gun robot by throwing a thing at it, apparently. I did not actually intend to throw something at it. I guess a handful of dirty water, maybe? I hope it wasn't important. Whatever it was. Hey, you can't even take me down. Of course, they wouldn't be poisoned by Gregovich anyway, so this seems reasonable. You won! This horrible dorm room is safe again for disgusting undergrads. Fubar! Nice. You're not sure if this is a typo for food bar, or if it's some type of experimental snack that could turn out to be any other food. And there's robot fuel, a highly distilled petroleum derivative designed to power mechanical engines. But you would almost certainly drink it if I had tried to explain to you that you shouldn't. Sorry, you would almost certainly drink it, even if I tried to explain to you that you shouldn't. Buddy, it's a potion, that's a potable. As far as I am concerned, glug glug glug. Motor pause, I will take that. Sink got mildew, planter full of herbs, dank herbs on the desk. Nice. A mini fridge of Swiss manufacture. We find a red and a blue cola. Even the refrigerators won't pick a side. Alright, we'll see. What do you got? We cleaned out that cabinet already, so we've already been on this side. How many floors are there here? Is there infinite floors? Is that what's going on? That seems like that poster has already been downstairs as well. Are these... I wouldn't be entirely surprised if they... Yeah... Okay. So... I don't think it's impossible that it's important for something to be up here, but I do see a different type of ring, so I don't think it's important for me to have all of the kinds of rings. And, look, I'm not going to clear all of these floors. They seem to basically have relatively similar kinds of things. I mean, if I poke my head in, I might be able to see if there's a radio, which is 15 experience. As far as I'm concerned, that's probably like the big hit. 5. Is the one that I have not yet gone to. Yeah, I don't really care to do that. Sins itself. Old coffee. Although I guess as we are going up floors, it is, you know, increasing the level of the enemies that we're fighting, and it's increasing the requirements that we need. So, stop being afraid of it with 7 spooky armor. It's kind of difficult for me to get 7 spooky armor. I am already wearing some spooky armor. Elemental armor of Spooky. I'm already wearing the... that'll do it. Stop being afraid of it and get myself some experience. Again, that experience is still worth its weight in absolute gold. Mysticality for the broken radio here. I don't know if I can get up to that mysticality. 9? 9 from 5. This radiation, I mean, no potions. I mean, look, I could change my pants. I can get a +2, +3. Not high enough. Let's have a look at our character sheet. In fact, I can get the final 2 skills here, Impeccable Timing and Lapidary Empathy. I'm gonna do that. 2 times the material from gathering, love it. Really know how to get to the bottom of a rock. And Impeccable Timing. You never miss a beat, even if someone else happens to screw up the beat at a totally unexpected and wrong time. I act earlier in fights and get +1 Mysticality. We've done it. Now, there are other perks and things like that that I'm going to be able to get and level up. Oh, wait, that means there's not all of these posters, right? Yeah, we can see the higher level ones there. I'm going to leave. We'll come back to floor 5 when we come back. We still have the chemicals to return to now, what with the arsenic in hand. Oh, geez. You are super lost. You accidentally wandered into the university steam tunnels and, you know, if you asked me about the steam tunnels and if it has a direct connection to the town sewer system, I'd have said probably not, but here you are now. And to make matters worse, you seem to have ended up in a lair of feral vampires. Let me tell you, my friend, they are not happy to see you. 2 of them are crouched down on all 4s, snarling and spitting, and a 3rd guy is howling and totally just gushing blood out of his eye sockets. It's a really bad scene. I overcome my fear with my 5 spooky armor. You calmly apologize and explain your misfortune to the vampires and ask if they can give you directions back upstairs. Once the misunderstanding is cleared up, they turn out to be pretty reasonable and they sketch you a rough map. Phew, 15 experience. Love it. Alright, buddy. I'm about to absolutely melt ya. I drop in the arsenic to the 3rd hopper. Now, if I made something out of arsenic, 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 and arsenic, I get a smoke removing juice. I flush it, but I'll keep that in mind. Let's try again. Mercury, arsenic, arsenic, arsenic. Chalk removing juice, let's flush that. Try again. Mercury, lead, arsenic, arsenic. Umbraline removing juice, let's try again. Mercury, lead, mercury, arsenic. Umbraline deodorizing juice. So it's a dominance of arsenic makes something a removing juice. 2113. Vellum deodorizing. Okay, so 3 of anything and then an arsenic at the end makes it deodorizing. I flush that. Try again. Mercury, lead, arsenic, mercury. That's a strengthening. I still don't know how to make this affect copper, is the big thing. Arsenic, lead, lead, lead. Glass purifying? Okay, we're getting somewhere new at the absolute least. Arsenic, mercury, mercury, mercury. Bronze bleaching juice! We're on the way, baby! I flush it. Let's try again. So, arsenic, mercury, mercury, lead. Bronze softening juice? What are you talking about? That's not going to be useful. I keep it. You ready to get soft, my man? Excuse me, bronze statue. Maybe, oof. What kind of juice do you need? Arsenic. Mercury, lead, mercury. Bronze straightening? Doesn't seem relevant. Try again. Arsenic. Mercury. Mercury, mercury. That was the bleaching juice. Flush that. Try again. Arsenic, lead, lead, lead. Glass purifying. Okay, that makes sense. Try again. Arsenic, mercury, lead, lead. Bronze purifying. Flush. Try again. Arsenic, lead, lead, mercury. Flush it. Okay, so it seems arsenic and then lead will make glass. Maybe the first 2 are the determinants for what material something affects. And then the final two are your modifier, your outcome. So if I'm looking for removing juice, what's that? A polishing juice is not what I'm looking for. Deodorizing. I think a removing juice does use arsenic. Strengthening is definitely not what I need. Lead, arsenic, lead. Revivifying! Bring back to life. That's what that means. Well, bring back to life. Revivify is what it means. Heal! Flush. We're on the right way. Okay, so try again. I'm looking for mercury, arsenic, lead, arsenic? No. I've immediately forgotten. Lead, arsenic? Flush. Immediately screwed up. So I know that mercury, arsenic, lead, right? Yeah. So arsenic, lead. If I am correct, right? And the first two tell us what material it affects, and the last two tell us what it does. Then we've found arsenic, lead as the end is revivifying. Let's try again. And then we know that bronze as a material involves arsenic. Rubber revivifying? Flush. Try again. Mercury, arsenic, lead. Chalk revivifying? Flush. Try again. Arsenic, lead? Flush. Arsenic, mercury, lead. You decant the mixture into a vial and run some tests on the various sample materials of the workbench. It appears you've made some sort of bronze revivifying juice. That seems useful, but what for? I keep it. Hey buddy. What's up, Ambrose? You splash Revivifier on the statue and gradually the metallic bronze color turns to more regular flesh tones. And also clothes. Clothes tones. Oh goodness me, is it Monday already?
It's Thursday, sir. Thursday, 1928.
Well, jeez. Dash, I guess that is.
Well, dash it all! I knew I should have set an alarm. Oh, do forgive me for not introducing myself. I am Dr. Ambrose Adams.
I know, I read it on your plaque.
Plaque?
He steps down off the plinth and looks at it.
Marvelous! How very kind of them.
My name's Ryan Who.
A pleasure indeed. 1928, you say? That would make it 205 years. So much for the faculty luncheon.
Did you bronze yourself? Deliberately?
Yes, quite so. My new formula required testing, you see. And as I have no particular plans of import for the weekend, I thought I would skip ahead a bit. A graduate student was instructed to awaken me. If he comes asking me for a letter of recommendation, I shall have some rather stern words for him.
He's probably dead.
Oh, of course. Well then, I shall just call that his just desserts.
Anyway, welcome to the future.
1 second, just need to take a drink.
Thank you. Yes, indeed. I find myself rather excited at the prospect, you know. Has anything good been invented?
They're working on something called television. Apparently it's like the moving pictures, except you'll be able to have one in your own home.
I must say, that sounds ridiculous. Who ever heard of a moving picture?
Oh, wow, yeah, you missed a lot.
I suppose I'm in need of a guide. Might I impose to accompany you?
Sure. He's a companion? Sure, in fact, I think there's something you might be able to help me with.
Oh? Pray tell.
I've got a chemicals assignment that's giving me some trouble. Are you familiar with the old alchemy symbols?
Ha! Young friend is a feline acquainted with its own anus.
Dr. Adams joins you as a companion.
Hey, Molly, mind waiting for me at the Noblesse Oblige? Okay, sugar, but it's rude to keep a girl waiting. Great, follow me, Professor.
I need to talk to you. Professor Adams is looking around bemusedly.
How are you doing, Professor?
Why, I have not been so entertained since the development of the infinitesimal calculus.
I shoot the breeze.
I must say I'm very pleased to see that the Institute is still at the forefront of technological advancement in the mathematics and sciences. Has Pascal's mechanical calculating device become overspread in its use? Or perhaps has it been overtaken by Leibniz's stepped reckoner?
I don't know what those are, but from context, I'm guessing a sort of typewriter for math?
A what?
It's a thing you push its buttons and it writes letters for you.
A secretary.
I keep making small talk.
I observed the
Oh no. What's about to happen here?
I observed that the Institute is admitting women as students now.
Yeah, since nearly 50 years ago, I think. That's not a problem for you, is it?
Who knew? Not at all. I've always considered myself an egalitarian in that regard. The science is for everyone, you know.
Well, that's good. But I have to say, I understand you're 205 years old and we're in 1928, but I'm pretty suspect of anyone who responds to that kind of a question by calling themselves an egalitarian specifically rather than a feminist, my man.
I must say that the amount of unclothed ankle on display is scandalous.
That's why.
The young men must be in constant danger of their brains overheating.
Remind me to get you some heart pills before we go anywhere dancing.
Immediately born out. Alright, do you know this symbol, my man? Do you want to tell me anything about that symbol, my man?
It's nice to be back in the laboratory again, smelling that good old chemical smell. Well, to be smelling anything other than bronze, in point of fact.
Wait, were you actually conscious while you were bronzed?
I would rather not speak of it.
Buddy,
Is it talking to this guy with him? No, that's not gonna help. Ah, of course. All I have to do is interact with the equipment.
A Stradolini multi-alembic. Are they still in use in modern times? I would have thought the technology would be much more advanced by now.
the course I'm taking is pretty introductory. The professor said he was starting with the basics.
I see, then that's quite reasonable. What seems to be the trouble?
Well, the last hopper's empty and I don't know what's supposed to go in there. The book doesn't even list that symbol.
Does it not? How embarrassing! Pray allow me to collect it.
Correct it, rather. He pulls a quill pen and a small ink pot out from his pockets and starts writing the book.
Should you be doing that?
Why not? It is my book, after all. Still in good condition, I'm pleased to say. See, rather. That is the advantage of a proper vellum page over paper, of course. And my colleagues made fun of me for being old-fashioned. Well, I don't see their shoddy paper books in this classroom. Ha!
He blows gently on the ink to dry it and gestures grandly towards the book.
There you are, duly corrected.
Thanks.
I flip through it. Dr. Adams has added a new entry to the list, indicating that the fourth symbol stands for lithium.
Do you know where I could get some lithium? Lithium? That is tricky for today. But you know, Professor Gilbert did to hearing about a soda company that to put in lithium in sodas was at your previous. What? Why? Lithium to making you thirsty. A feedback loop of very profit. Unfortunately, lithium also makes you very confused.
Damn it. I accidentally corrected his speech.
Unfortunately, lithium also you're very confused as to making, and your buys either none at all or way too much. The business, way too going out of.
Ah, rats.
But the factory is in Ocean City, is still where it is. So perhaps a quantum of lithium there to you are finding?
Location unlocked. Old Relaxer Cola Factory.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Sounds good to me. Hey, I do want Molly back, admittedly. But
I did just get a new guy.
gotta take the new guy out for a couple. Little spin, little jaunt around the block. Okay, so let's think. What do I have that I want to finish here. Graduate from SIT? Nope. Dante wants you to shake down Valley Hardware? No, no, no. Well, hang on. Crystal Dream Lake, yes. I need to go to Crystal Dream Lake for that. Rufus needs me to go to the sewers in a bunch of different locations between SIT and Ocean City. I only found one so far in SIT. There's got to be more than that. The unusually smart rat needs more cheese. Oh, barbecue sauce at fish and chips and 5 Opsilon Tau. And then I need 5 cotton candies. So I have a lot of reasons to go back to Ocean City at this point. In fact, I will. Let's go to fish and chips first, though. You find a discarded gym bag on the sidewalk. I check it out as a psychogeologist. The bag is full of rocks. Someone must have been using it for strength training. An even closer examination confirms this, as the rocks themselves are covered with residual strength. You scrape it off and get some powerful grit. Now, the very intelligent hobo is selling high-quality pencils, but I don't need them. What I need is to provide... There we go. It's Floyd Carbuncle. Oh, you aren't the squeaky voice teenager. Can't remember your voice. It's okay.
Here we go, Floyd. 1 serving of barbecue sauce.
Oh, holy cow, thank you. He takes a big whiff of the sauce.
Oh, sweet and smoky. Just like Dad used to make. Well, just like the machines at Dad's factory used to make. Dad's job was making sure the rats didn't unionize.
I hate your dad. Thanks. Me too. Thanks for your help. Get 30 experience for having done so. He's now happily eating his lunch. Excellent. I don't really need to do any more there. Wait, what's not on the menu that you're selling? Oh, the cocktail sauce. Got it. So 30 experience from that, and ooh, 5 Opsilon Tau, that's not going to be there. On the way where you're going, you wander into a vacant laboratory to walk around. A big chunk of bloodstone ore sits on one of the lab workbenches. From the notes on the chalkboard, you conclude that someone was trying to prove, definitively, that you can't get blood from stone. I contradict their findings. Using your geology training, and also a spoon, you collect some blood from the stone. If they'd used literally any other type of rock, their experiment would have been a success. You got an item, Hematic Ichor. This is just the good parts of some blood. I get 5 experience as well. This is not where I want to be. I don't think. Right? No, I want to be in the backyard next door. There we go. There, you look cold. I'm gonna give you a jacket. Found your jacket. Here. Oh, wow, thanks. That's much better. 10 experience. No problem. Guy looks much more comfortable now. I'm happy for him. My pet Sprig. It's a shrubberman of some sort. The great plant goop. This guy... Plants are hopping over there. None of that seems like especially relevant at the moment. I think it's time for us to get out of Dodge for a wee bit. Let's get to the bus stop and make our way to... Let's go to Crystal Dream Lake. I think it's time for us to finally shake down that hardware store. We also have the metal detector, so we may even stumble across the key while we're going around here. Huge spider, which I dodge out of the way of and get 12 experience. I'm not gonna read every event every time. Especially if we've gone, well, specifically and only if we've gone through that event multiple times before. I propose a shaking.
I've been asked to shake up some of your merchandise?
It's been a time skip. Everyone has different voices.
Come again?
There's some mob guys that want me to intimidate you for some reason. They sent me here to shake things up, or down, or something like that.
Huh? Well, those cans of paint over there could use a good shaking. I ain't got around to that for a while.
Oh, sounds good.
Can't say I feel particularly intimidated, though.
I asked for candy. You just gave me some! That was ages ago! I shake him up. You give all the pancakes a vigorous shaking. The proprietor nods his thanks. Then, after him doing so, I don't know, how do I tell Don that I did it? Don, the doing is done. Rufus wants me to collect 3 pounds of eggs from fishermen that lead below SIT. And I need the fine cotton candies, of course. So here's what I need, I believe, to get to Ocean City. In Ocean City, we're looking for... there's a lot of hats that I still need, I believe. Albert nods hello. All hats are certified louse-free. Louse-free, huh? Albert beams up with pride. Just so! This is not some back alley haberdashery, my friend. A louse has never made and will never make its home in one of my hats. I give you my word as a businessman. But hey, you have some loused hats in the back, right? Please, you insult me. I don't traffic in loused hats. Really, that's quite offensive. Come on, you can tell me. I don't want to lose my license. And would for what you suggest. My goodness, I don't want to discuss this issue any further. I take my leave. Oh, dang. If I re-enter, I may not have a new discussion with him. He was hoping that wasn't important then. So I don't need to be in this town. I just remembered, of course, there's more locations here, and that's what I was looking for. There are new folk, I think, at the hobo camp. One of the Tin Lizzies flags you down. Hey, boss! Ah, my trusted lieutenant. Molly? Nickel? Close enough! What's up? We just sent out another shipment of spare parts. There were some leftovers that weren't quite up to our standards of unrustedness and no cracks having, so we thought you might be able to use them for... whatever it is you use this stuff for. You got an item, Atticus hardware. Hell yeah, thank you. Muchly appreciated. Okay, nothing's changed in the shut-eye boxcar? Not at all. Anyone turned up in grub? Oh, indeed. It's the girl you met at the frat house earlier. I talked to her. I know your voice at least. Hey again, nice hat. Hi. Thanks so much for helping me before. I didn't even get your name. I'm Calendula Crabtree? Oh, I'm Ryan Who. I'm afraid I can't pay you back yet. We don't really have anything to make decent booze out of. At the moment, I'm just using some random kitchen scraps and weeds. And I can't serve you that in good conscience or good ethics. Don't worry about it. It's Creamy Steve, the guy you met in the sandwich village. He's still packing in the cream. I talked to him. Hey, it's you. Thanks for telling me about this place. Everyone's been real appreciative about my cream. Swell. I've just been getting to try some other foods too, and, you know, I don't like to admit this, but there might be more to life than just cream. More to a balanced diet, certainly. Tickle those ivories, my man. I'm not going to interrupt you. You're doing grand. I know that I've seen all of them before. Hey, buddy! Want to tell me anything more about these letters? It's all the stuff in the room. Nope, still not keen. Because those there are sigils. This one down in the bottom right corner especially is a sigil that existed in the alchemical lab. In the formulae, rather, of the alchemical lab. I believe also the stop sign with an X through was also there. I'm so curious. Let me interact with this stuff. Please, let us begin. Come on. Johnny, you gonna let me do that yet? Oh, hello. Oh, Ryan, you sure get around a lot, right? In what sense exactly? You go lots of places. Oh, yeah. Do you think you might be in the vicinity of Seaside Institute of Technology anytime soon? I have a small delivery I need someone to make. Sure, I can do that. I've received word from a hobo out there that's come into possession of a number of old dorm room beds, and we could certainly make use of them. Would you locate the man and give him this invitation? You got an item, a royal summons. The Hobo King gave you this and bade you deliver it to Ovid Lobdell. If you see him, he's usually somewhere on the SIT campus. We've seen him. We know his location, in fact. We know Ovid's store. Sure, I'll keep an eye out. So, about those secret plans. I admit you've been quite helpful. You, at first, a total stranger, could have gone out of your way to, or rather, have gone out of your way to help hobos and the other people in this country, and even if the government itself would not. That is the crux of the problem, that hobos are looked down upon when not overlooked entirely. I seek to remedy this. Love it. Whoa, are you planning a revolution or something? Oh, no. Never mind. Nothing so violent. I intend to sidestep the problem. I should not say more. Okay. You'll tell me at one point, though, right? I'm so ready. Don't need to go to Dirch's. Let's check out Zimmer's house. There was definitely a basement in that one. You pass by the entrance to a dark alley and several shadow spiders scuttle out of it and attack you. You're not sure what's more horrifying, being attacked by weird shadow spiders or that they've spread this far from where you originally encountered them. It's definitely the first one. Okay, I'll take your word for it. I fight them. I love when the character has dialogue with the narrator. Lets me use my own voice. For a change. Spooky armor. Can't take more than 4 physical damage at a time. That's great. I don't intend to deal more than 4 physical damage at a time. Let's call for backup. And then follow up with a classic weapon attack. 21 cold damage. Takes the spider out. Shadow Bite. Well, we're never even going to see the action that guy could have taken. That's a lot of poison as well. Bye-bye, spiders.
Professor Adams gives us experience!
I love him. And he still said that thing. Yeah. You won! It might be a little weird that your regular weapons can damage... regular weapons, excuse me, that was a projector. Regular weapons can damage these weird shadow creatures, but hey, why argue with success? And then Professor Adams tells you some boring facts about the foes you just defeated and gives you 3 more experience for having done so. Rep to the SIT class rank is still on, which means we are still in a good position for getting as much experience out of each fight as possible. Ernst Zimmer's house is comfortable yet again. The door is locked. I cannot go to the basement. Okay, I have to only assume that there wasn't then a manhole down there. Zimmer, do you have any new words for me? Nope. The same relieved nod. It must be then the regular house that I can do. I'll give a musical lesson to the Glocklins, get 10 experience as I'm walking past. Hey, manhole down here? I mean, yeah, there's the Shadow Rift. It's just not a manhole, you know? Marvin. Soda Factory's new Snackle Mills. I think the last thing that I'm gonna do in this episode, give it a little bit of a cap here, is to go to Tony Fiasco and show him some of my new hats. Tony, have you ever seen a stone frat cap?
Was that a stone frat cap? I love it, click!
Apparently not. But he has seen it now. Just testing his memory, rather. Have you seen a balaclava before?
What's that, a balaclava? Ah, perfect, I love it!
Still, of course, and then the prototype electro helmet.
What's that, a prototype electro helmet? I hate it. Just kidding, I love it, click, 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 click.
Give me 30 meat for that, thanks bud. Game of skills, 9 stats at everything, that's just not going to be possible for us. I don't think we have any additional fishing to be able to do at this point in time. We can just practice our aim as a way to cap off this episode before we spend a lot more time here in Ocean City cleaning up the problems that will then allow us, well, I mean, yeah, allow us, ideally, to graduate from SIT. For the moment, my name is Rhapsody, the name of the game has been Shadows of the Loathing series playlist is up in the top left, YouTube recommendations down below, Stream Pass, other names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays at or above the thank tier, and a special thanks this episode to moms. Hopefully you'll have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully see you all next time.